Alright, I'm Adam, that's Pete, that's Vince, and this is another episode of the Toon in 10. Okay, you'll know how it goes now. We've got 2 5-minute halves. When the timer stops, we stop talking, that's it. Okay, boys, we're better to start for the first half topic than reaction to Spurs 1 and Newcastle United 2. Time to ready, go! Who's starting?
We've turned the corner. We've turned the corner. I made an outlandish prediction at the start of the season that we'd finish top 10. We are currently only 10 points off the Champions League places.
Hey!
We are above the champions of the Premier League.
It's good going.
We're
It's good
above
going.
what I would say probably the most overperforming team of last season in terms of Swansea. We're above our rivals. We're doing well. We're going in the right direction. 6 points out of 2 games that were, for me, at the time, we wouldn't get any points out of. Really good performance, particularly in the second half against Spurs. I'm happy, very happy, man.
Yeah, I'm equally as surprised, I think, as anyone was, and certainly looking at last week's result as well. I mean, what's happened? Why the turnaround?
I'll tell you what's happened is because the games have been on Sky Sports. That's the difference. I think
shop window players is what you texted me.
Yeah,
shop window players.
Look, can't take it away. We really needed those 6 points. There is. I still stand by the fact I don't like McLaren. I think McLaren isn't long term. I'm into this horrible zone that I was in. I remember I was like this with Souness. Every time Souness got a point or win, I was like, oh.
It's another week in the job. It's another week in the job.
You can't justify sacking him now. So we've got to wait. Going back to what we said at the start of the season, I stand by that McLaren will be sacked by March.
Still?
Yeah, 100%. I think he's. You can't take away that those 2 great performances, but the way Newcastle are, I'm still not 100% confident, and I should be, that we'll go and beat Villa. I just don't think.
If we're set in stone, awful.
Of course they do, but Newcastle can be really awful.
If we're in the business of turning around, reversing teams' form, we beat Liverpool in form. We beat Tottenham. A lot of draws, but unbeaten since the first game of the season in the league. Aston Villa, shower of shite, 6 points. I think they're in worse position than what Derby was in that dreaded 11-point season, whatever it was. Yeah. Surely, and Remy Gard returned, or we didn't look at him.
You wanted.
I did one. Yeah, I did one.
But it's not his fault. What's happening really is fine.
No.
He's had it a couple of times.
But
anyway, I think, look, as you say, Liverpool, Spurs, fantastic. But the 2 games before that were beyond woeful.
I just think
shocking.
And even Bournemouth,
the Crystal Palace game.
Bournemouth, we should have lost.
On another day we would have done it.
It's one of those, and
it
it's a away performance. I think one of the things you said about Spurs, you made a comment that the first half we were dreadful. And I think it's one of those. It was an away performance against an informed team. I think we had to set up the way we did.
No, I know that. I think
we could have been 3-0.
I think where I was coming from is that we literally had nothing going forward. Yeah. Just in terms of strategy, as a counter-attack.
He got in the way of that shot, didn't he?
He did. He did. But I think beyond that,
that killed him. That he punched another. I think he punched another. He's like, I'm overexerted. So it's like if I tried to play football now, if I did a shot like that, I'd pull my hamstring. That's clearly what happened.
But I mean, I just think we didn't offer anything going forward, and then it came to the only form of chemistry that we've seen in the final third this season so far. It took Perez and Mitrovic to come on, and they did change the game.
I think Wijnaldum was our best player, though. I know they got the headlines, but I thought Wijnaldum was.
He was on one, and I
really
think
good.
more often than not he is on one, and it's so important that he is for us to achieve anything. I just think before they came on, it was really nothing with you.
Yeah, and I agree with you. As much I'm not a fan of McLaren, is there a part of McLaren? Could you say that McLaren played a good game there? He really got Mitrovic in particular.
You could argue,
up and saying,
I can't argue with that.
I was angry sitting on the bench for 2 games. I came on,
and you have to give McLaren credit for that. As much as it pains me, he was the one who left him out, and by him coming on, he produced 2 goals, and he scored one, and he helped another. And equally Perez, and equally against Liverpool, he played. He set up well, but for me, it's the consistency problem. And McLaren said it after the match in the interview. I'm not getting excited over it yet. We're not
Yeah,
out of the danger yet.
which is good.
But he talks the talk. He knows what he's saying in the media, and that. And
He's kept consistent with his messaging.
He's consistent with his message, but inconsistent with his performances.
Recently, literally only today, I read an article. I can't think of what paper it was, but they referred to him as Mac. And I think, no, don't give him a nickname. Don't
like friends in the office,
don't give him so he's now like, oh, good old Mac.
Good old Mac.
Come on,
Make
Mac.
it more affable. Talking about performances though, Rob Elliott. No!
Rob Elliott! The choice keeper, Rob Elliott!
The Dilsh!
Dilsh,
That's
man!
his Twitter handle, the Dilsh.
Oh, the Dilsh. We didn't get to talk about him.
So that's it.
That's half time. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to the second half. Sorry we didn't get to talk about your mate Dilshy, but there'll be other episodes. Don't worry, pal. Don't worry. Right, so we're going to kick off the second half with a brand new topic, and we're going to talk about quite a vague topic, but we're going to talk about strike partnerships. Time ready? Go. So Mitrovic and Perez got dropped last couple of games. And we saw Siem de Jong come in and Papi Cisse come in. Cisse obviously took his chance against Crystal Palace. De Jong has progressed, I think, a little bit. But I mean, who's our best strike partnership? Who should be playing up top? Who deserves, I guess, that target forward and the sort of just in behind? Who deserves those places based on form, based on ability? What do you think, guys?
I don't know, because of the way this season's been, I don't think there's 100% right answer for that, really. I think in my mind, who I'd like to see and who I'd like to see brilliant together is obviously Mitrovic and Perez. I don't think anyone would really argue with that. That's the potential, that's the future.
Well, many might.
But I just think, you know, the reality is Mitrovic does sometimes get lost in games. He's young, don't get us wrong, but that's why maybe we shouldn't be relying on him to start out and out. I've said that before. But we haven't really got a backup, I don't think. I think Cisse, I don't know. Again, he's one of those who I think would leave.
Well, he's different, isn't he?
He is. I think there's a lot better strikers out there that we should have than Cisse. I think.
Despite his Premier League history, his goal record,
massively.
minutes to goals to minutes.
More or less a goal
his goals ratio is very good. I don't know. It just doesn't really excite me. I think he's certainly got the ability to score a goal, and Christ, that's a very important currency for a striker. But I just think there's definitely better out there, and I think he doesn't necessarily want to be there.
Okay, what's your take on it, Vince?
When we're having this conversation, it just reminds us of something that I thought for a season and a half now. Why on earth did we buy Siem de Jong? What position was he bought to play? He's never looked like he was going to be a first 11 player. I couldn't see the position he was looking to fill. I couldn't see where he was.
See, I slightly disagree with that because I think when he came from Ajax,
where was he going to play?
How
would we have set up with him?
But that's it. That's all down to who they were bringing in as manager.
Yeah, but where's
Ajax? Like,
he's a forward. He can play up top, but I kind of liken him to a bit of a Teddy Sheringham. He's not an out-and-out centre forward, but he's the intelligent.
Nothing like that.
No. He's not. I'm not saying level of player, style of player. He's technically gifted. He's intelligent.
Yeah.
He is very intelligent. He's got that vision.
Like a Bergkamp.
Well, again, not nowhere near the level, but it's the kind of player that isn't a striker. He hasn't got the mobility to do that, but he can look around and feed the mobile players around him, the fast players. He can play that intelligent through ball, and it's.
That's a luxury Newcastle United cannot afford.
But no,
why
it's not a luxury. It's not a sense of luxury if you say that we haven't had that since Kabay.
Yeah. But that isn't the player. Is Kabay?
They're different positions. But we haven't had that craft. We haven't had that craft.
I don't think we've had the De Jong that we bought. I don't think we've ever had him.
And that's the other point.
And
that's the other point. I think had he not been injured and he came straight in, he could be playing a major part right now. He's his influence on the pitch and off the pitch. He seems like a fairly model professional kind of footballer, and you know he's been captain of Ajax, man. You don't just walk into that by accident.
I also think he looks a little bit like that bloke on Community.
Jeff
he?
Winger. Yeah, he does.
No, every time.
The actor has already. He's already acknowledged this.
Sorry.
Yeah.
off
I
topic.
just so in that sense, I don't think Cisse and De Jong should be anywhere near our starting 11.
See, I think De Jong had a lot more impact against Tottenham, and again, it's difficult for anybody coming back from injury because they have to bet into the. They have to, there's talk that he hasn't got up to pace of the Premier League, which is probably a fair. It's probably a fair analysis of him, but I think he's got a lot more to give, and he can, in terms of the squad, in terms of that influence, in terms of that sort of calm presence, but the assertion.
I would much rather see,
I honestly don't think.
I would honestly much rather see Adam Armstrong being given that position. I don't see why on earth we have a player who's scoring worldies for fun. Yes, it's
two divisions down.
Yeah,
there.
but the goals he's scoring there would still be scored in this division. I just don't see the point why we're.
I get that, but I think it's probably with someone like Adam Armstrong who's 19. It's probably more long term. Let him stay there for a full season. Let him get match experience.
Massively.
All he's going to do is come back and possibly sit on the bench and do what he did last season.
And not develop
maybe
again.
come in 10, 15 minutes.
I would still rather see that than
I think I would Cisse I'll get rid of. De Jong. And that's a bit harsh, isn't it?
We'll never know what's going to happen with
What about Rob Elliott?
What about the Delts man? We didn't even talk about him. He doesn't even play up.
Put him up front.
Yeah, exactly.
Be like Mickey Quinn.
You might be watching it.
Hey, he won't be.
No, we won't.
We know our place, don't worry. So that's it. That's the end of the episode, unfortunately. Thanks again for watching. We'll see what happens at the weekend at home to Villa. Should be a good crowd, I reckon, for once.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone will be merry, I imagine, day after Black Eye Friday.
Yeah.
Everyone will be off their heads. I bet there's a streaker.
His icon's open. And
oh, yeah.
is that like the famous one, the Geordie dance?
Is that the last it's shutting down, isn't it? We'll have to go.
We'll have to go.
See, if we mention them, we'll get a drink.
It's unlikely, isn't it?
We've already done it.
Icons for your pre-match entertainment.
Put a little message on.
Don't tell our wives we go there.
Not endorsing that at all. Right? Do you want to sit down, please?
Right.
Thank you.
I thought that was it.
Thanks very much for watching. I've been Adam. That's been Pete. That's been Vince. A little prematurely leaving.
Sorry.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. Share with all your friends on social media. And we'll see you next time for the Christmas special. See you later, guys.
Bye. See you later.
Unbelievable.
If he does that again, he's out.